And basically we went around and we talked to all the storeholders there and basically got to talk to and find out exactly why they were there and what was going on. There was also there was a big quiz, lots of prize giving. There was a recycled material raft race, which is held in Raglan every year. And there were a lot of speeches as well. So there was a lot of that sort of thing, which I didn't capture on audio, but I did capture some interviews with some of the storeholders there. So I thought I'd just play back some of those interviews in the podcast and what happened. So enjoy. This is Malenka and I'm recording here for Dolphin Lives Matter. This is Maui Dolphin Day 2019 on the 23rd of March, and I'm about to go and partake of the action, so let's see what happens. I've just arrived down here and there are some people dressed up apparently. One of them is dressed as a kiwi and the other one as a dolphin, so this is going to be an interesting day, I think. With me I have Lisa from the Raglan Community Board, is that right?
That's right. I'm also the local ward councillor for Waikato District Council for Raglan.
So what brings you here regarding Maui Dolphin Day?
Well, it's a really important community connector event. It brings together a lot of different organisations, lots of different people who are working in the space of the environment, and also as an educational capacity for our community, reaching out to our young people.
Yep.
I grew up on the coast here, so the ebb and flow of the tide is part of the essence of who I am. Yep. So the well-being of not only Maui dolphins, but the well-being of our ocean in Moana, and particularly for me as being Maori, is an integral part of what makes this place this place.
That makes total sense. Thanks for telling us about how Maui Dolphin Day is for you. Thank you. With me I have June from KASM, which is Kiwis Against Seabed Mining. So I was just wondering, June, what would you say would be the main reason? Like, what would KASM...
Why does KASM support Maui Dolphin?
Yes, that's what
yes. So KASM absolutely supports all efforts to save the Maui Dolphin. They're an endemic dolphin to this west coast of the North Island.
Yep.
There's only 63 of them left, and we fight very hard for those 63 to preserve their habitat.
Yes.
The dolphins can't survive with the human impact on this west coast of the North Island of Aotearoa. So KASM, Kiwis Against Seabed Mining, fight for local communities who are trying to protect their ocean, to keep it clean. Seabed mining is a very destructive activity, and the first application under the New Zealand EEZ, which is the Exclusive Economic Zone, the first application to mine 66 square kilometres of seabed off this west coast of the North Island is right slap bang in the Maui dolphin habitat. So our mission is aligned with saving the habitat so that the Maui dolphins can continue to survive.
It's pretty sad, eh?
Really sad. Really wrong. So seabed mining is a very, very, very destructive activity, and as well as mining off this coast of the North Island, there is another company looking at mining the Chatham Rise, which will absolutely affect all the hector dolphin habitat. Also it's the breeding ground for hoki, so it's right back down there in the food chain, which is a huge problem.
So that would affect the dolphins as they move further up the food chain.
Absolutely, further up the food chain, and all of the mammals that migrate annually from the Antarctic right through the Chatham Rise.
Whales and the southern right whales and all those.
And the orca. So we are fighting for the preservation of the future of our oceans and all ocean life for the benefit of all New Zealanders into the future. That's what we're doing.
And of course for the benefit of the dolphins as well.
Absolutely. The dolphins are very high on our agenda. We have a one-to-one mission with saving the dolphins. We regard the Maui dolphin in particular a bit like the canary in the coal mine. So if the Maui dolphin does not survive, then that's a huge wake-up sign for the whole of humanity that what we're doing and what we're pouring into the oceans in the way of pollution coming from the land, in the way of activities like net fishing, and definitely if we add seabed mining in there, we will trash these oceans and there will be no more dolphins. So that's why we stand. That's why we stand up.
we all know too that healthy oceans means healthy land ecosystems as well. You know, if the oceans go down, it will actually affect the health of the land as well.
Most people don't realise that, depending on which scientific report you read, the very air that we breathe is cleaned in the ocean. So maybe somewhere between 40 and 60% of every breath that we take, the oxygen for us as humans to survive, comes from the ocean because it transfers the CO2 back into oxygen for us to breathe.
Yes.
So we destroy the oceans at our peril.
Ourselves.
Our peril.
Yep.
So the mammals will go first and the humans will go eventually.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you, June. Thank you for talking to Dolphin Lives Matter.
You're welcome. Gotta love your work, guys.
Thank you. Okay, we're here at the Raglan Naturally store at Maui Dolphin Day 2019. And I'm here with Gabrielle from Raglan Naturally. Hello.
Hi there, Malenka. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. So, what would you say is Raglan Naturally's connection to the cause of saving Maui dolphins on Maui Dolphin Day?
Yeah, good question. Well, for one, we're here. We've got a stall here.
Yep.
So we're just wanting to share with the community where we're at with Raglan Naturally. So Raglan Naturally is our community planning process that we're going through. So we're looking at, it's not just about the natural environment. Mm-hmm. Certainly that's a big aspect of it, but we're actually looking at, if you can see here, lots of other areas like employment and tourism and housing and education and things. And what we're asking, really, we've been doing is asking the community to be thinking about what we want for the future of this place in terms of planning and things. So we put a survey out last year where we asked people, you know, what do you love about this place? What would this place look like if it's thriving? And these sorts of questions, and we'll be soon feeding that back. So I think our role really as Raglan Naturally is to facilitate the community to basically say what's important. I know that from what I can see already coming through the survey is that the community, the environment is so important to them, the natural environment. It's such a huge part of what brings people here. So certainly part of that is the Maui Dolphin, and I think continuing to support, you know, this day is really important for us. So I think really Raglan Naturally's role is really to present back to the community what's important and what sort of values we want to hold as a community as we go forward. And I'm sure that some of those things very clearly will be like looking after the natural environment, which of course includes Maui Dolphin. So I'd love to see that strongly in our plan, and then to be able to take some actions to support the Maui Dolphin to be in this area and to survive.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's part of the planning. Well, thank you for your time. And thank you for speaking to Dolphin Lives Matter.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Malenka.
Thank you. This is Malenka. I'm here at Maui Dolphin Day 2019. And I'm with Christine from Dolphin Defenders.
And World Animal Protection.
And World Animal Protection, you've got both hats. Okay. Are they both the same organisation, like different branches, or are they completely different organisations?
World Animal Protection is a global animal welfare organisation that works in about 50 countries, and I am campaign advisor for World Animal Protection, but I'm also the chair of Maui and Hector's Dolphin Defenders, and so we work together closely on Maui and Hector's dolphins. And it's great to be here with the support of Dolphin Defenders volunteers and World Animal Protection capacity.
So what do Dolphin Defenders do? Like what sort of activities do you...
We do education, outreach, community advocacy and campaigning to support better protection for Maui and Hector's dolphins.
Oh, okay. And I see on your stall you've got some postcards there with little Hector's dolphins on them. Can you tell me about those?
Yep, so that's a World Animal Protection project where we've printed about 13,500 of those postcards. And they've been sent all around the country. And so people everywhere are filling them in with their name and address and comments about why Maui and Hector's should be saved, and they're getting sent to Jacinda Ardern to try and promote change and better protection for the dolphins.
Yeah, and Jacinda Ardern is, for any overseas listeners, our current New Zealand Prime Minister. And so how can people get hold of these postcards if they'd like to do that?
People can email me at christinerose@worldanimalprotection.org.nz and I will send them off and encourage people to distribute them to libraries and places like that, but also to fill them in. But we've also got a submission link on the World Animal Protection website
Yep.
So if they go to the World Animal Protection website, World Animal Protection NZ website, there's a whole lot of stuff about Maui and hectares there that they can take part in.
Oh, cool. So and we'll link those email address and website in the podcast notes as well. And so that website that you gave would also have basically any way people want to get involved and help to save the hectares and Maui dolphin?
That's right. So the government will be consulting on a new plan, hopefully with more protection for Maui and hectares dolphins, starting probably April, May. And so our website has links to making an easy submission on that. And other information about the dolphins is on there too.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you very much for speaking to Dolphin Lives Matter.
Cool. Lovely. Dolphin lives do matter.
Yes,
Thanks.
they do matter.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
This is Dolphin Lives Matter from Maui Dolphin Day 2019. And with me today I have Shelley from Sustainable Coastlines. I was wondering, what does your organisation do? Like, how does it work?
So we're a nationwide registered charity. We've been running for 10 years, and we work really in the education space and the intent management space to get people out enjoying nature, doing beach cleanups with us.
Oh, yeah.
So we have school children all the way up to corporates coming out and getting their hands dirty, getting our beaches clean. In the wintertime, we do a lot of tree plantings as well to keep our waterways.
Erosions.
Get our waterways clean, and just educating them about the pollutants that can get into those waterways, and single-use plastics and how we can avoid them to make it a cleaner New Zealand for all of us.
Yeah, and I think the other thing as well is that it's something, things like beach cleanups and tree planting, they're things that your average person on the street could do, Like, it just makes you feel like, I can actually do my bit.
And you just go out to places that you love, go out to your local beach, just bring a bag with you, and a lot of the rubbish there is, has been in the washing machine that is the beach, that is the ocean, so it's pretty clean, so you can even just pick it up off the street. But what we're working on at the moment is data collection, really.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So tomorrow we're doing a data collection, so tomorrow being the 24th of March. We're actually we're getting the citizens of Raglan together, and we're going to be doing data collection on the beaches of Raglan to really get an idea of what's actually out there, put it in a national database that can be accessed by all.
And what was the tell me about, I think it's citizen science.
So we teach people in the workshop how to collect data properly, how to categorize it, in the UN methodology, and actually how to, and that data actually goes to the first tier of reporting for Stats New Zealand. So, decision makers, policy makers, Jacinda Ardern, our Prime Minister, will actually take a look at that data to make those decisions that'll really impact on what happens in litter and plastics in New Zealand.
Getting to Maui dolphins, of course, all this rubbish. I'm standing here right now looking at a huge bag of just rubbish that came off the beach in Mount Maunganui. Is that right?
Yes, that was yesterday. It was only 90 minutes with 40 people, and we got 10. We got 10 times that.
And that's just one. That's just one sample of rubbish that just came off one beach. That is staggering, and of course that affects the Maui dolphins and
any mammals, any fish that are in our oceans. And again, if you eat fish, then that's part of our food source.
And it moves further up the food chain. So you can imagine the dolphins and the whales. They're at the top of the oceanic food chain. So you can imagine that the sort of multiplication effect, So.
And the bioaccumulation of the toxins that are in the stomachs of those.
We've been listening to Roger Payne, haven't we?
Fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you for speaking to Dolphin Lives Matter.
Fantastic. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. This is Maui Dolphin Day 2019, and I'm currently at the Plastic Free stall here, and I've got Amanda here from Plastic Free to talk about it. Hello, Amanda.
Hi.
Welcome to Dolphin Lives Matter.
Thanks.
So, what does Plastic Free, what do you actually do?
Okay, so we started off as plastic bag free Raglan.
Yep.
And we achieved over 95% reduction in plastic shopping bags.
Wow.
Over a couple of years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think we led the country. I wasn't leading the project then, but we led the country in that, and now we've got the ban coming in place later this year. So that was a success, and the community is very engaged. So we've moved on to...
sorry, I'll just interrupt. That's the ban on all plastic bags nationwide, isn't it?
Yeah.